Hello and welcome to Frank's School. You've got a class vocabulary quiz coming up directly. But before we do that, I thought I'd show you this. This is a chart that I taught about in the first year. I can't. I was probably. I'll give you in the description of this. I'll tell you the number where you can see it if you want to hear this a little further explained. But this is a chart that has to do with etymology, where words come from into the English language. And I'm not going to do it in detail again. You can go back and look. But Indo-European is that language which so many languages came from that we think of today. You know, some went into the Slavic languages, Russian, Polish, some all the way into India, Sanskrit, Gujarati. Then coming across Europe, the Germanic languages, the Celtic languages, Greek and Latin. And then coming into modern English, well, the most direct route was through Anglo-Saxon, which was Germanic. Anglo-Saxons, Jutes, their languages blended together to form what is called Old English or Anglo-Saxon. And then, as a result of the Battle of Hastings in 1066, that very Germanic part of the English language got mixed with a tremendous amount of French and Latin. The victorious army, William the Conqueror, William Duke of Normandy, known as William the Conqueror, he won that battle, took over England. Now here comes French. Well, French is one of the Romance languages, and Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, and French, those are Romance languages. I had boxed these three because those are the three that are offered in the public school here where I live. German is the one that I keep harping on. It's a shame that it's not being taught, and I'm doing the best I can in my course to teach what I can of German, because it's the heart and soul, I say, of the English language. But anyway, so many words came into the English language, especially big words and big words that you don't know, through this route. And as I say, I explained this earlier better. I'm going fast. Now, after about 200 years, those two languages blended together. The result was Middle English, which you can't really understand spoken, but if you see it written, you can very nearly read it. The pronunciation is the problem for us. And then that eventually became Shakespeare's English, which we can understand when it's spoken, and it's also known as Modern English. Shakespearean English is different. It's also called the Mayflower English or King James Bible English, but just think how popular the King James Bible continues to be. So there is the language which is the standard English of the world. Now it keeps going on. The languages drift. And if you want to see all this, I'll give you that link. This is back in linguistics. It's drifting into Black English, which we do not, or many of us can't understand a lot of it. Jamaican Creole as a result. And then also into modern English, some words came directly from Greek, especially modern scientific words. Some words came directly from Latin. Those are usually called New Latin. And there are certainly some words that come from exotic sources, like Tamil, which I think is in India, like a madras shirt, a veranda, or maybe Hindi, or a raccoon, that comes from Algonquian. I mean, there's some very exotic sources of words as well. All right, well, that was just to remind you that the chart exists. Now, your quiz. All right, take out a piece of paper, aligned, put your name on the left, today's date on the right. Use a pen. If you change your mind about an answer, strike it out with a single word, and then I will say it's neat. And I'll give you an extra point for that. And I'll give you an extra... Matter of fact, you should write this on there. What I did was I gave the words, and then I said, put a semicolon down. There are your words. And as you use them up, strike them out to make sure you get them all. And if you do the whole job, I'm only going to give you 8. I'm going to leave one more out. Do the whole job in 3 sentences or less, I'll give you an extra point. 3 equals plus 1, that offends some mathematicians. It kind of amuses me. If it's neat, I'll give you an extra point. If you include a simile, I'll give you an extra point. But you're going to have to put SI in the margin beside the sentence where your simile occurs. If you use an allusion, you an extra point. You can put them in the same sentence if you wish, but you'll have to claim it by putting it in the margin. Underline your words as you use them. You do not have to identify the part of speech. They have to be spelled correctly. And here come the words that I want you to use. You can use them in any order that you want. The one I'm going to leave out is ribaldry. I don't think... I thought about leaving yawn out, but I could see a yawn cat that scratched me. I could imagine you using that for fun, sort of. So here come the words. Chide, brooding, kindled, gain. I'm going a little fast, but of course you can pause. Pomp, maverick, portals, yawn. Here they come again. Chide, brooding, kindled, gain, pomp, maverick, portals, and yawn. You've got 8 words. You may change the part of speech if you choose to, as long as the root word is the same. All right, that's it. I'll take the test myself and show you what I did with it in the 11th day. Tomorrow I'm going to go back to James Burke. So, see you next time.